Very good morning, friends. Hope you are having a great morning. So, let us start our top news. We'll start with our Indian economy first. So, auto segments sales were out, and we have to compare with last year's sales, correct? And the overall, if you see auto sector sales, it was a good sales number. And overall, if you see Eicher Motors shown a 133% growth. Even Maruti showed an almost 40% growth over last year. But however, we have to take in mind that yes, last year there was a COVID crisis at that time, and overall the supply chain constraint and semiconductor issues were there. That's why the sales number were quite less. So against that, of course, you can see the bump up, but overall it's a decent number. But the problem lies in the two-wheelers where the actually numbers were on the lower side. If you see the automobiles like companies like Hero Honda, Bajaj Auto, their numbers were lower than last year. The reason is that now people are shifting towards electric vehicle. They are much more seeing that okay, whether the inflation is increasing, so they are also reducing their exposure on the discretionary items. And basically two wheelers comes in a discretionary item, correct? So that's why, because of high inflation and higher oil prices, there is a dent in two wheelers and what you say smaller vehicle uh, demand. But yes, slowly and gradually, once the oil prices goes down, of course there will be a pickup in demand, but currently it is less. However, consumer vehicles and passenger vehicles has shown a very good growth. So this shows that automobile slowly and gradually it is coming up, and you can say that last 4 5 years automobile industry has not done very well. There were multiple reasons. One was the COVID reason, and another was the semiconductor issue. And that's because of the semiconductor issue, there was lot of supply constraint in the automobile company. So that is one of the reason. So hope there is a decent recovery, because automobile sector is one of a good parameter of Indian economy. Reason is that it comes directly from the end consumer. Okay, and it's a discretionary item. So if people are spending more on buying automobiles and everything, that shows yes, economy is slowly and gradually recovering. And once automobile sector recovers, that auto ancillary sector also recovers. Both are combined, and I tell you, this plays a major role in GDP. This both automobiles and auto ancillaries. That's why it is very much important, and we have to keep watch on it. Now, talking about global market, before I start with the global market, just a small request as I do every day, that do subscribe to my channel and please like this video, and because all these motivate me to give you better content every day. Now, talking about global market, well, Dow Jones shows a very good uptick of 435 points, even Nasdaq 332 points. Nasdaq was up because of Tesla and Meta. Both stocks were quite up, and they may be around 3 to 4%. So that is the reason both the indices were up. However, this is like a dead cat bounce. No, basically the both Dow Jones and our Nasdaq has fallen so much that now some type of rebound is bound to happen. Now, following that, exact Nifty is showing around 154 points uptick. So hopefully today may be a good day. Let's see. Sorry. Now, FII net sold around 451 crores yesterday, and DII bought around 131 crores. Overall, if you take a complete May month, in May month, FPI sold around $5037 million. However, against that, DII bought around $6335 million, which shows that DII bought more than FPI. What it shows? It shows that retail in India and also domestic institution like mutual fund is showing faith in Indian economy. Now that is a major positive sign. You guys understand? Earlier this was not a scene. Now earlier whenever FII used to sell, our market used to fall a lot. But currently if the market is fallen by almost 15% only from the top, however global market has fallen more than 20 to 30%. It shows that yes, there is a strength in the Indian economy, and again there is a domestic flow which is preventing market, because FII till now has sold more than 2.5 lakh crore. And if you fall like so much, if Indian economy is still able to hold its stand, that means yes, retail is doing a good job, and even domestic institution is doing a good job, and this will help us in future a lot. Now talking about oil, oil is again at 117 barrel. Now that is actually early yesterday it was around 113, because actually European country leaders have decided they are not going to import from Russia from by the year end, and they are going to reduce by 90% of their import from Russia. So Saudi Arabia stepped in it, and they told that yes, we will fulfill that gap if it comes. So that is why the oil was fallen by 113 yesterday, but now today it is gone again up to 117. And currently Biden in US is thinking about to levy a windfall tax to the oil companies. Now you are aware that when the oil prices rises, there is a unprecedented good profit comes to the oil companies. So normally government do have a track record that they may levy and windfall tax on it. But however, in India, currently just a few days ago, ONGC told that yes, till now they have not received any ultimatum or notice from the government that they are going to tax the windfall profit. So let's see what going to happen. Now talking about GST, well, GST collection was around 1.41 lakh crore for the month of May. However, this is little bit less compared to 1.68 crore, which was the highest, which was hit in April. But that's okay. Overall, still we are in a good position. And I tell you, during this crisis time, what is helping government? This only the tax collection, indirect tax collection is helping government to cope up with all the unnecessary uh, expenses coming to them, correct? And also some most of the expenses they are not budgeted also, like this excise cut and everything, LPG subsidy, all this stuff they have not budgeted. But basically this is coming and they have to pay for it, and against that if they are getting a good tax revenue, that will help to keep the fiscal deficit of around 6.9%. What's the budgeted was around 6.4% or 6.2%, but compared to that, if we close at 6.9% also, that is a good for Indian economy. Now, talking about inflation, well, there is an expectation that inflation will be around average 6.4% over the years, and maybe few months it may be around 7 to 8%, because currently it is around 7.5%. But it has been expected by the year end, that is 22 financial year end, the inflation may come down to 4.6%. But major role has to play by the oil index. If the oil comes down below 100, this is possible. Otherwise, forget it. This is not going to happen, because of the major assumption what was kept for this estimate is that oil remains at 100 or 105. But if it remains elevated above 120 or 115, then of course inflation may inch higher only. It may not come down, and that is where the government problem will be there. Now, Saudi Arabia firm has allotted almost USD 220 million in Greaves Kotam electric vehicle arm, and it has been told it is one of the largest investment in any electric vehicle, that is two-wheeler I am talking about, and that's a big boost to the Greaves Kotam. Also, you are aware that HDFC Bank and HDFC are going to merge. Well, that will take maybe around 1.5 years to complete. But however, CMD told that once it is done, HDFC will double its profit, also double its balance sheet by the next 5 years. Now that is a big claim, and this shows that the faith what the current management is having on the ability of HDFC Bank to conquer the world. And basically, they know that this is a powerhouse, and they can use all the leverage, and also synergy between HDFC Bank and HDFC to have a compounded growth rate. Correct. See, at current level, even I recommend that if you want to buy HDFC or HDFC Bank, you can buy it. Of course, it is for the long term. Of course, it may not give you a return like it used to give in the past, no, where 20-25% CAGR return every year from last 25 years it used to give. And someone who have hold over the years, maybe actually maybe in playing in crores of rupees, correct? But till from here also it may provide you a decent return. And if you don't want to take any risk, you can just go and buy HDFC or HDFC Bank. It will help you a lot. Now, talking about Ultratech Cement, you are aware that once the Adani got entered in the cement industry by taking our Helicon asset, both Ambuja and ACC. No, Ultratech has to come up with the capacity expansion. So they have come up with the capacity expansion. They are going to invest 12,886 crores for increasing a capacity of 22.6 MTPA. Now, includes both greenfield and brownfield. Now, see, Ultratech is number one, and Adani has come directly into number two position. Now, you know that Adani is saying that we know the track record of Adani, correct? They don't want to become number two, they want to become number one. That's a threat for an Ultratech, and that's why you must have seen in last few weeks the Ultratech stock price has fallen. The reason is simple. Once there is a fierce competition in the market, no, there will be a margin downfall because no, people like Adani, they management like Adani, they are aggressive. They will try to capture the market first because this is their main criteria and they want to become number one. So at this fierce competition, Ultratech has now put up his sleeves up and do all the things right in order to ensure that his market leading position does not go away. So that was about Ultratech Cement. Now talking about Adani companies, well, there is a MSCI reshuffle happening, and because of that, most of the Adani stocks are fallen, and maybe Adani transaction is fallen by 30%. Many of the Adani Power, Adani Energy, and Adani this one. Yes, all the stocks has fallen a lot, and the reason is because of MSCI reshuffle. This is happening, but however, Adani stocks, we don't know when it will go up. The way they are aggressive in capturing the market, so of course, at this level, all the Adani stock, you may feel that it is a highly valued stock, but the problem is now market is always giving a higher PE to Adani stocks because their capacity and ability to capture market and grow at a faster rate compared to their peers. Now talking about uh, FPI flows, India has been a very good FPI flows. Also, even Indonesia, Philippines, South Korea, Taiwan, everyone got a good FPI flows. But this FPI flows has happened because India is always a fundamental good country to invest. Now, if we talk about fundamentals and valuation, currently India is trailing around 19.7 at P ratio compared to that is 19.7 times of 2022 P ratio, correct? And it is trailing around 17.5 of financial year 23 P ratio. Now, this valuation is little on a higher side, but however, given a good growth prospects of India, this is warranted. And I don't think that India is in a bad position. The current valuation is okay type. So let's see. FII may get uh, interested in India once their flow is getting back. And GDP is forecasted around 6.8 to 7.7%, which is also okay, one of the leading GDP growth rate in the world. So that will add for a benefit. And rainfall is going to be normal for this year. That is what Met Department is telling. Though hopefully that is also a very good sign. So guys, this was for about today's news. Hope you like it. If you like my videos, do click the like button and do subscribe to my channels, because I'm going to come to you every morning showing you and explaining you all the market fundas and top news. So see you soon tomorrow. Thank you.